All right, let's
Thank
get this
you.
thing going. All right, so I'm Raven Nicole.
I'm Rat King.
I'm down.
Karma.
All right, so if y'all want to go ahead and introduce yourself, I know Catalina, you kind of went ahead and introduced yourself, but just for recording purposes, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit. Kind of reiterate what you said a little bit,
Okay.
and then Martine, you can go ahead as well.
Okay, so my name is Catalina. We are the three of us with Liam as well. We're from Argentina, and we're three music and singers that we just, are trying our best here in New York City to, be something else. And yeah, so we basically work as a collective. Liam works really close with Martine. Martine is his producer, which is probably going to introduce now in a second. And by myself, I'm also a singer-songwriter, and I work with Martin as well. So he's probably going to tell you a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, going off of what Catalina said, I'm a music producer. We're all from Argentina, and I've been working with Liam and Kata on some of their records, and mostly with Liam since he's having like an upcoming album. And yeah, pretty much that's it.
Okay, sweet. So the song that we're going to be reviewing of y'all's today is called Yepeto. Did I say that right?
It's Yepeto, but
wow,
it's a little bit different.
Say it for me one more time.
Yepeto.
Yepeto. Okay, all right. I probably still didn't say that right, but I'm very interested.
No, you're good.
Like the cricket from Pinocchio.
Well, not really. It's a lot of people say that. It's like, oh, it's not from Pinocchio, but it's not. It's actually from an Argentine like theater, like a theater play that is. Well, it's really reflective on the lyrics that Liam wrote. It's the plot of the play is basically like a professor that falls in love with a student, and he wrote that in a way that it's the whole song is told from the professor's point of view. So it's in his mind. It's kind of like a song that goes deep into the mind of a professor that kind of has that thing where like he falls in love with the student. So it's kind of like I wouldn't say darker tone, but it has that kind of like deep in the mind, like profound thing.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I can't wait to check it out. So, here we go. Well, 1 second, actually.
Gotta share the screen.
Yeah, that part's important. All right, here we go. We're going to check it out. Let's get it.
I don't understand what he has, why her eyes go his way. I can't stop a feeling this sad. I can comprehend what she sees in him. I'm way much older, and moments with me can fill up the heat. But he's way much stronger and younger than me. I don't know how to compete. He is everything that I need. I'm trying to grasp the idea what he's doing to her mind. I can set her free. I can be her bottomless stream. Fine wine. Old age whiskey. Yeah. Love is better lived in the mind than in real fucking life. I can help but fall in love, creating wicked desires. Lascivious lewd, I crave to have. I need to own
All right, all right. So before we begin, so Catalina, you said that like those are your backing vocals.
Some of them, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
we kind of went back and forth. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Martin, you did the production of the track.
Yeah. So I did the whole producing. I actually have the session here opened up.
Okay.
But yeah, we recorded some of the fucking tracks with Catalina. The most predominant ones are in the last part, in the last chorus, where you hear that high pitched voice, kind of doubling Liam's vocals. That's Catalina.
Okay. All right, Randy, what you think?
Okay, so my thing with this song, right? I like the vision of it. I can see, I really like the originality of your concept. That part sticks with me a lot. I love people who are willing to take the time to go out of their way to make a song about something that is different than everyone else. Because I've heard a lot of songs that are just about a basic love story or a simple money problem. But this goes out of its way to do something that you find important with this play that you mentioned, and I think that's cool. As far as the production goes, it is mostly solid. I felt the beginning of it came up a little too slow and wish there was a bit more added to it. But that being said, once that drop came in, it did hook me in almost instantly. Did a really good job of that. A few things with the vocals too here and there that I would have tweaked or brought up and down a bit more. It like kind of is dependent on where you are in the song, but overall I do like the vision of it. I can see a lot of what you're trying to do. I can see it actually progressing forward, and I think it's a good job overall. As far as a lot of independent stuff goes, like releasing a track with that much going with it isn't always an easy thing to do. So like, you know, I applaud you on that for sure.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, I agree
sorry.
with him completely. I think that I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that the hook is awesome. Like something about like I think like the way the vocal set with the production that was going on and like this like the feel of it and the drums and like the pulsating of it, it just kind of like just draws you in. But I do say that it was a bit slow before getting there, and the vocals, they kind of felt like airy, but maybe like a little too much air within them, you know what I'm saying? But once we got to the hook, I'm like, okay, I'm digging this song. And I like the fact that you told me what it was about before going into it, because I think without that, I would have been a little bit lost. And it may just be like a language barrier and me really not knowing Yepeto as the play or whatever. But like as being told what it's about, it makes me like it even more because it's allowing me to see, like you said, like his perspective, and then it's just like vibes. And I think the longer the song went on, the more I liked it, especially towards the end, like when Catalina's vocals came in, and it was like that high with the low, and then the production was just kind of dope. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed that aspect of it for sure.
Thank you.
Damn.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, as far as your feedback, I really take it, and I love what you said. Thank you about it, and I take the like the constructive criticism in a great
Yeah.
way. And yeah, the way that we see it is that, well, yeah, that with Liam, as what you said, Randy, about trying to do something different in terms of the theme of the song and what's it about. With Liam, we always talk about trying to do something that's not kind of like the usual, or something that people don't really hear about a lot. And we have a lot of influences diverse, especially Liam's influences and mine influence are slightly different, although we're on the same field. But we both have this kind of as part of our influence, the 90s grunge era within Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and Kurt Cobain, and they had those lyrics that have a lot of like societal stuff going on about and again, a lot of like in what's in your mind, about what's in people's head, and we took that as kind of like an influence for this song. Liam actually wrote the song like some time ago before we met, and he took it with me, and then we produced the track for it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And yeah, and as far as the musicality, maybe the slow build up, but we're also building into some like of the progressive rock stuff too, even though it's not quite rock and roll. In some things has elements of it, but it has that progressive thing where like it really is that the last chorus is the one that is the climax of the song.
Absolutely,
really. And it has to we did silent elements to kind of build that contrast, which is like the first chorus doesn't have the same intensity as the second one or the third one, and it builds that intensity. And the verses are really laid back and like more the song used to be all laid back, but then we took it more of like, let's bring some energy into it.
Yeah.
Oh no, you can go, Raven. I got you.
I'll say, and like I said, like I love the progression of it, and the more I listened to it, the more I liked it. It's just because you were adding those sounds, and I felt it. Like I didn't only hear it, but like I felt it as it was going through. Especially like like I said, towards the end. So it's at the beginning, it was like slower, and then we picked it up with the chorus. But I didn't feel like I lost that momentum when the second verse came in. You know what I'm saying? From the first verse or the first hook, I feel like it kept going, and like I was still like vibing with it. And I think for me, it did what it was supposed to do, musicality wise, like as an experience. And if you're seeing it as like, so if you were to put the play up against this, like as the backing video to it, I feel like that would change how we feel about the beginning of it thus far. You know what I'm saying? Randy, I'm sorry.
See, I didn't think the buildup was too slow. I got like a Billie Eilish kind of vibe from it, but with like a Depeche Mode type tone, if that makes sense.
Valid.
And lyrically, it was better than a lot of the stuff we hear today, even with the language barrier.
True.
Yeah.
But the vocals, the mixing on the vocals was very spotty, in my opinion.
Great. Thank you, Karma. It's funny that you bring out Billie Eilish because of what you said, Raven, what you said before, that you don't feel like you lose the momentum in the second verse. That's because I use something that Phineas often uses in Billie Eilish songs, which is to make the second verse musical, even though the verses have the same melody usually and the same chords and everything. You can keep that, but you can make something in the production that changes. And if you hear the two verses back to back, they sound completely different. I use an element that Phineas uses a lot, which is side chaining the instruments, and you're gonna hear that they come and go, and it gives this kind of like a pumping energy to it. That it's whereas the first verse is more static, and the elements kind of float. The second one, like they're more like jumpy in some way.
Yeah. Okay.
Mad respect, my friend.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, like you actually have that down then, because I use Phineas as a reference a lot for what I do too. Like that, definitely heard you on that, my man.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
If I also may add something, and if my Wi-Fi allows, because I may be a little bit laggy, but
you're okay.
Like Martin said before, this song was written by Liam a couple years ago when he was actually in Argentina living back then. And you know, the stuff that there's a lot of stuff that's coming up in the new album that it's you know, it's written like right now and produced in the same moment, like all together. And I feel that's also gonna make a change in whatever like the song's gonna be, because you know, when you write something and then you have an idea and then you just leave it in the back pocket and then you go back to it like years after it, and of course you want to change everything up. And I feel like, you know, with this industry too, it's kind of like you never know, but I feel like in the moment of, you know, writing it and producing at the same time, or maybe even like writing as it's produced, it really will create that effect. I mean, this song was an idea he had, and he had a completely different idea, and then we met Martin, and he met me.
Oh, shit.
Make something out of it, and this is a product, and I feel it's a pretty good product to, you know, have. And I feel like the next songs that are gonna be like even better because of that too.
Yeah.
Consider me
that, yeah.
paying attention.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm tuned in for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Well, heck yeah.
Yeah, do y'all have anything else you want to say about it, or any other people of the team have anything they want to say about it from their perspective?
I don't know. I just want to thank y'all for the opportunity of getting to do this with you, because like it's not every day that like you get to sit down with someone who made something and just like talk about it with them. So like I do really appreciate you guys letting us do this with you live, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm gonna go into the same sappy speech with every other person we do this with, but like it doesn't make it mean any less. Like I genuinely appreciate you for this, you know what I mean?
Well, we appreciate you a lot for giving us
Oh
the
my God,
opportunity
thank
to
you.
be able to talk about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
like
it's really interesting because we talk about the songs with friends and like people we meet, but like this is like completely different because you're asking from a purely like different point of view, and we get to talk more about like the creation or like the aspects of it. And
amen
it's
to
really
that.
fun for us too. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun just to hear the backing story. It was fun to get me a little learn how today, because you know, like I said, I didn't know anything about their play, and now I'm kind of interested in it. I don't know if I'll be able to find, like, is it searchable, like
Yeah.
like on YouTube or something like that?
It's probably
I don't know
searchable.
YouTube.
Is it in English? Is there a
Ooh,
dub
I don't know
version?
about that.
There's
Oh,
probably
okay.
a sub version.
Okay.
You can probably, if you type in probably like Yepeto, like how the song is written, spelled, and you put Argentinian play because it is an Argentinian play, you're probably gonna find something about it.
Okay.
But I don't like. I think it only, the shows are only in Argentina as far as I know.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I just think that's interesting just to learn. Like before y'all hopped on, I was telling them like I'm geographically challenged, so just to learn a little bit about like others' cultures and whatnot. It's very fun, and I enjoy y'all hopping on here. I appreciate y'all listening to our constructive criticism, wanting it, and just taking it for what it is. I enjoyed hearing like how it just kind of connected when she was like talking about Billie Eilish and you were talking about Phineas, and how I was talking about the song, and it's all connected together. So when we're here reacting to the songs, we don't always get that person's feedback. So we don't know if what we're saying is in the right direction of where they were trying to go or not. And this has kind of helped us, know exactly like this is where you're trying to go. And my point of view, I think y'all nailed it. Production wise,
Thank you.
and that pumping volume. So yeah, this has been a fun time, and I appreciate y'all.
Well, thank you so much. It's been fun for us too.
Okay, yeah, and
Yes,
definitely.
thank you so much.
Yes, and I love you. I still love that background. I know you're in a cafe and you got bad Wi-Fi. Like it looks good, so that's what matters. We still can see you, and that's what matters. Okay. All right. So I appreciate y'all, and much love to y'all, and really feel free if y'all are not following us to follow us. We'll follow y'all back.
For sure.
Any other works y'all have, if you have like where you're more in the spotlight, and Martine, if you have something where it's just like, I don't know, do you just do you do any singing, or do you just do like the production side of it?
I'm not really a singer, but I'm a pianist, and some of the tracks I've laid in myself. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
So yeah, I would love to hear more of each of your guys' stuff. Yeah, I mean that's all I've got.
My first single will probably be done in like a month or so. So
Okay.
Heck
we'll
yeah.
keep in touch.
All
Please
right.
do.
We'll check in like 3 weeks. So make sure you're working on it, so
Okay,
we have
well.
something to check in on.
Definitely.
Okay, we'll
No
see.
pressure.
We'll see.
No pressure. No pressure or anything. All right. All right, y'all. Well, appreciate y'all for hopping on. Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Bye.
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 Adios for now.
All right, let me stop recording. Stop recording.